Immediately, she picked it up, whispered an incantation, and she transformed into the rat. She made her way into Mr. Emma's apartment. She saw where his wife was in the kitchen cooking.
"Let me see how it goes,"
Zara said. Zara ran under her feet, startling her so much that she fell hard on the floor. Mr. Emma's wife started bleeding unstoppable. On the process, she lost her pregnancy. Once upon a time, in a small town of Ghana, there stood a modesty compound with 3 tenants. The first tenant is called Zara, a beautiful, quiet and reserved young woman. She lived in one of the rooms. She was single, not yet married, but since she has been living there, no one has seen her family or friends who visited her. Zara kept to herself, never causing troubles. In fact, many consider her the best tenant in the house. But Zara has a dark secret. Beneath her calm demeanor, she was a witch, and her companion in evil was a large black rat she used to monitor and harm others through her evil spells. In the same compound lived Chinedu, a handsome, hard-working bachelor who sold foodstuffs at the market. His days were filled with activity, and he had recently expanded his business to own 3 shops. The other tenant is Mr. Emma. He lived with his wife and their only daughter, Ezichi. Ezichi, their daughter, is a special, loving, and prayerful child of about 5 years old. She was the light of their lives. Mr. Emma worked as a banker in the bank, and his family were contented and happy. One evening, Mr. Emma came home with great news.
"Guess what?"
Mr. Emma asked.
"You are looking at the latest bank manager in front of you."
Wow! Congratulations, my love.
Go and call Chinedu and Zara. We need to celebrate this.
Overwhelmed with joy, he invited Zara and Chinedu to celebrate with their family. They gathered in his apartment, shared a meal, drinks, and laughed together. But as Zara returned to her room, bitterness filled her heart.
"Look at the way he's hanging his shoulders. Are you the first person to be a bank manager before?"
Zara said in harsh tone. She envied their happiness and prosperity, especially when, weeks later, Mr. Emma's wife announced her pregnancy, and Chinedu's business flourished even more.
"No, I can't take this anymore. Why can't it be me? Why must good things happen to them?"
That night, Zara attended her secret witchcraft meeting, known as the Black Bat of the Night. The witch is dressed in long red robe with blackened lips, sat in a dark forest, clearly under the pale moonlight. One by one, they shared their evil deed to the Queen Mother. When it's Zara's turn, she knelt down.
"Queen Mother, I want to deal with my neighbors. There's been some sitting in everything they are doing, and I cannot be alive and see them prosper. Queen Mother, I need more power to monitor their lives and their movement."
Zara pleaded with the Queen Mother for more powers to destroy her neighbor's happiness, Mr. Emma and Chinedu. The Queen Mother granted her wish by giving her a large black rat and warned her that every time she used its powers, it would reduce her lifespan. But Zara, blinded by greed and jealousy, ignored the warnings. The next morning, Zara woke up to find the black rat beside her. She smiled wickedly. Immediately, she picked it up, whispered an incantation, and she transformed into the rat. She made her way into Mr. Emma's apartment. She saw where his wife was in the kitchen cooking.
Let me see how it goes,
Zara said. Zara ran under her feet, startling her so much that she fell hard on the floor. Mr. Emma's wife started bleeding unstoppable. On the process, she lost her pregnancy. Zara returned to her room, transforming back into herself with a satisfied wicked laugh.
This is just the beginning,
she said. Mr. Emma was devastated when he received the news from his wife. Although they sought medical attention, but the sadness had lingered in their home. Zara felt no remorse nor to visit them. Instead, she turned her wicked attention to Chinedu. One evening, she transformed into the rat again, sneaked into his shops, and whispered dark incantations.
I caused your 3 shops to catch fire. You will be sad and broken. No good news will come to you ever again. Ever again. Ever again.
The next morning, Chinedu arrived at the market to find all 3 of his shops lashing in flames. Everything he had worked for was reduced to ashes. Heartbroken and in tears, Chinedu became jobless and broke. As Zara celebrated in her destructive schemes, Ezichi, the special child, began to sense the evil around her and her family. Her spiritual sensitivity grew, and she started praying frequently, more than she used to pray before. Zara, however, grew bolder. She decided to kill Mr. Emma, believing his death would bring her ultimate satisfaction. One night, she transformed into the rat again and crept into his apartment. But this time, Ezichi was ready. While praying on his bed, she spotted the black rat. With quiet determination, she grabbed a large bowl and trapped the rat beneath it. Zara, in her rat form, was now helpless. The next morning, the landlord came to collect rent from his special tenant, Zara.
Zara is me, your landlord. My favorite special tenant. Are you there now? Open door, don't be scared, it's me. Now your landlord.
He knocked at his door for hours, but received no response. Concerned, he called some of the young men to break down her door. They found Zara lying lifeless on her bed.
Chai. Chimo. Chewele fifeje.
The landlord screamed in tears. The news of Zara's death spread quickly, and the compound was filled with mourning neighbors as they carried her body outside. Zara's spirit appeared, unseen by anyone except Ezechi. Desperate, Zara pleaded with Ezechi to go inside her room and uncover the rat so that her spirit will return to her body.
Ezechi, please let me live again. Release the rat. I will return to life again.
Ezechi looks at her with sad but firm eyes.
Why did you hurt my family? Why did you destroy Chinedu's shop? And now, you wanted to kill my daddy. You caused so much pain.
Zara begged and cried, but Ezechi refused to uncover the rat. The landlord and the neighbors buried Zara, mourning her death without knowing the truth. In the months that followed, Joy returned to the compound. Mr. Emma's wife became pregnant again. This time was twins. Mr. Emma gave Chinedu a large sum of money to restart his business. And this time around, his new venture thrived beyond his dreams. Chinedu owned 3 shops. The compound was filled with happiness and love once more, and Zara's dark secret faded into the past. But Ezechi never forgot. She knew the power of prayer and the danger of envy and greed, and she vowed to protect her family with faith and vigilance. The moral lesson of this story is that everyone on earth has his or her little secrets or behavior, no matter how good or quiet you think they are. And secondly, pray all the time, whether in the time of trouble. Pray all the time. The end.